I'm done. Mother has been sick since January 2021. She's absolutely raged at home every day since then. I, 21F, gave up going to a good uni for her. I take her to and back the hospital 3 times a week. I set her meds for her. I take her yelling at me for something my siblings did every day. Listen to her rants every day. She yells so much and I've had it. She yells at me for things I can't control. She yells at me for things I didn't decide. My brother did. My sister did. What did I even do? I am the only one home and taking care of her. I always beg her to stop the yelling, to stop making issues that aren't there. I lost it so much today. I had a glass in my hand and I wanted to hit it straight at my head, but I threw it at the floor. I feel like I've become an unstable person because of this. I'm just so tired. A part of just doesn't want to live anymore. Caregiver burnout is very real. Please don't do anything permanent. You are exhausted and beaten down right now, but this is not how this will always be. Was she abusive before she got sick, or only afterwards? She will never stop because she knows you will take it no matter what. So unless you take steps to leave her or at least limit time spent with her, nothing will change. Pleading, negotiating or threatening will not work. Start working on a way to leave her, make a plan and stick to it. Otherwise you will spend the rest of your life caring for your raging, ungrateful mother. She might be your mother, but you are a person with right to live. When she yells, say, "I'll happily talk to you when you stop yelling. I am leaving now, but I'll be back in an hour to see if you want to talk, then leave." Do it any time she yells. You're doing enough, you don't need her yelling at you on top of that. I'm so sorry you're being treated that way. Hang in there. I'm in the same position as you are. My mother blames my father for everything. She drags me down every day and my social and personal life has dissolved. Ask for help from family, friends and medical personnel. Get out and live your life. Otherwise you'll end up hating your family or, like me, booze and drugs just to get by. Help is out there, take it. Give yourself some free time. Maybe your mother recognizes that she is lost without you. You need to leave. This is emotional abuse, and honey, I've been there. I let my mother make all the major decisions in my life and it got me exactly nowhere. Leave. Go to the university you want, make a happy life. You deserve it. You do not owe her anything. Do I, 26F? Tell him, 26 male. She, 26, cheated. My best friend, Ashley, has been dating Mark for the past year and a half. He's a really great guy. He's quickly become one of my good friends too. Last weekend we were all supposed to go to Mark's parents' beach out for the weekend, but Mark ended up getting called into work, but told us to go ahead and invited anyone we wanted as long as we cleaned up after ourselves because his parents would be going down this weekend, as in yesterday. Ashley, another friend and I go down together. We drive down Friday after work. It's only about an hour and a half away from us. We get ready and head to the bars and have a great time. Last Friday night we get home at around 3 a.m.-ish and notice the lights are on and someone appeared to be in the house. We tried calling her boyfriend, but he didn't answer, sleeping, to see if it were his parents. There's no other car besides ours, so we call the police. It ends up being her boyfriend's brother, 32, and 4 of his buddies. We end up apologizing to him and the police. We had planned to just leave in the morning after sobering up. The brother insisted we stay as there was plenty of room and we could all get to know each other. He lives in another state, so this was their first time meeting in person. Ashley had seen pictures and spoke to him on FaceTime, but hadn't met him in person because of COVID. Making an already long story shorter, we ended up going out with them Saturday night. It was fun. We stayed out pretty late. I woke up around 6:37 to get a drink in Ashley and Mark's brother hooking up. I thought I was seeing shit. I confronted Ashley on the way home and she told me she had screwed up and was drunk. I shouldn't tell Mark because it's a mistake and I'm her friend and should have her back. I literally just saw Mark hours ago at dinner and felt so uncomfortable and had to cut the night short. I asked the friend that was with us what I should do and she told me to stay out of it, but Mark is also my friend. If I were him, I would want to know. Help. I did tell her she should tell him. And #X200B. Too long did not read. Best friend hooked up with her boyfriend's, my friend's brother. Do I tell him and risk ruining our friendship? If you're worried about losing friends come and go, I would do the right thing and tell him, plus you'll still have him as a friend, he'll be grateful for that, but she messed up, she's in the wrong and she can't even have accountability and own up to her mistake. Tell Ashley she either tells him or you will. Mark needs to know that he can't trust his girlfriend or his brother. Also, he needs to get an STD test since who knows if protection was used. It's not on you to keep this secret for her. What happens when it comes out and Mark finds out you knew and didn't tell him? Tell him to be honest because a real friend would do so. She dug her own grave, to be honest. Do you feel a friendship is more important than the truth? Think of it this way: your boyfriend hooked up with your sister and his friend knew. Do you want to be told? Ashley being drunk doesn't excuse what she did. You can do the right thing or you can help a friend be a piece of shit. Tough one. Do you want to be friends with someone like her? Who has no problems backstabbing her own boyfriend by fucking his brother? Who would rather hide and manipulate you into hiding her fuck up instead of confronting it? Wife's weight gain and lack of effort is killing the physical attraction. Both 29. Before I start, I have read a number of similar threads on Reddit, but figured I'd ask for some advice myself. I feel like an asshole even posting something like this, but I don't know how to proceed. I don't like long posts, so I'll keep it short. Over the course of the last 2 or 3 years, my wife has gained about 50 pounds. She was a picky eater growing up, and while she's made a lot of progress, her diet consists of a lot of fast food and a lot of ice cream. She was an athlete all throughout college, and I think her sedentary lifestyle and poor diet have caught up with her. Every now and then she will try to eat healthier, but this lasts only a few days. I frequently ask her to go to the gym with me, but I'm usually turned down. As a result of all this, my attraction to her has dropped off significantly. She has taken notice, now claiming that I have a low sex drive. She even mentioned that I have a low sex drive to some of my friends in public, which really upset me. It's not even so much the weight for me, but the lack of effort. And the daily complaints about being fat or not fitting into clothes. I hate that I feel some jealousy when I see another couple and the girl looks like she takes care of herself. I've tried suggesting we change our diets together, we work out together, and even that she see a doctor just to have a physical and a baseline, but no success. I haven't been blunt and told the complete truth because I don't want to devastate her. Since this will probably come up, I weighed about 10 pounds less than when I met her, but have gained more muscle mass. No kids. I work 80,100 hours a week while she usually works about 40. Appreciate any advice. Question: you haven't told her since your last post? You should show her your Reddit history so she knows you have a sex drive for horny girls on the internet. You don't work 100-hour weeks. Yeah, you don't work 80,100 hours a week and have enough time for a relationship and working out. She even mentioned that I have a low sex drive to some of my friends in public, which really upset me. I was trying to figure out how you can bring this up delicately when I got to this part. She's trying to humiliate you in front of your friends and you're still wondering if you're the jerk for bringing up her weight? Time to be honest with her. Something to the effect of, I love you, I want to be with you, and I miss having sex with you, but I find myself not attracted to you as I once was due to weight gain and lack of self-care. I don't want to be cruel, but I needed to be honest with you for the sake of our relationship. I also think you need to discuss her mocking you in front of your friends, whether that's a part of this conversation or a separate discussion. Instead of suggesting, do you take over the meal planning and grocery shop and cooking? If you do the shopping, the garbage food won't be in the house and you can make healthier things. Instead of focusing on the gym, go for a walk after dinner. Plan a hike and picnic for a lunch date on the weekend. Volunteer together as dog walkers at the local animal shelter. Sign up for kayaking lessons or some new active hobby. If you're working 80,100 hours a week, I don't know how you're getting a workout in and seeing your wife. I mean, I work a lot and spend most of my weekend daytime on my hobby or volunteer work. But I make dinner every night and spend time with my partner. You're entitled to your preferences, but if you're not part of the solution. My boyfriend didn't want to talk to me after I threw a party at home. What should I do? Hi. My boyfriend and I have been in a relationship for more than 7 years, living together for 5 years. We are both in our 30-plus age. We never had any party at our home. I threw one with my friends, he knew it in advance and didn't want to join. I prepared everything myself because he doesn't want to help. I can understand that because it is my decision to have a party and I took that responsibility. At first, everything went well. We talked normally as usual. He came home when the party is still ongoing, so he went directly to our room. When the party was over, I called him for dinner after he did all the leftover food. Most of the time we ate together, but this time he told me to eat first. When I woke up the next day, I realized he was sleeping in the other room. I asked him if there is something wrong. He said it is about our relationship but didn't want to tell the details. Did I do anything wrong? At the party, my friends and I never talked bad about him. They asked me where he is. I told them he went to meet his friends, and they are impressed about his job. That's all. What should I do now? He told me to leave him alone, so should I do that to give him some time? Yes, give him time and space, that's what he asked for. For some reason he is emotional about this or something related. Give him time to cool off and think things through. In the end, you did nothing wrong. Lol. This comment section is really sick. People judged without any evidence that he is upset just about the party, maybe something else, but no, they insulted him and you didn't even defend him. I can't say my opinion because the lack of info, but a piece of advice. Communication could have absolutely nothing to do with the party. He has asked for space, give him space. Don't think up all the terrible scenarios in your mind because that's all they are, thoughts. Instead, continue treating him as you normally would, and let him come to you. You are entitled to have a party, it's your home too. What did he mean by his friends are impressed with his job? Has he got a new job recently that he feels you have not congratulated him for, celebrated with him? It sounds like he didn't want you to have a party, that's why he said he didn't want to go or to help you set up. Now he's mad that you actually had the party and he's being a baby about it. Sounds like strangers in his home triggered some buried trauma you don't know about. Maybe he isn't even fully aware of the extent of how past trauma impacts his current life. To resolve drama, heal trauma.